University students in the UK have been holding protests of their own, setting up encampments to object to the ongoing war in Gaza.
يروح يعيد
If somebody came into your home and stole your stuff and forced you out, you wouldn't say it was a conflict. The people of Palestine are defending their home. I really didn't know what to do. I was like seeing stuff on TikTok and on Instagram. I was like, I want to get involved. I literally just don't know how to.
I saw that there was a demonstration on May the 1st, and I attended, inspired by the dedication of these people. I stuck around for a little bit, and I stuck around to this point.
The University of Sheffield, they have the AMRC, like a manufacturing centre. The University of Sheffield has a tier-based system. Certain companies will invest, and the more money that they invest, the more that they have a control over what is studied by the students.
Have research and development investments into companies like BAE, Boeing, Rolls-Royce, Thales. The list is 21 different companies.
Once they say they've on the tier 1, the highest tier, they can basically control what is being researched. So this is research into technologies, engineering of weapons.
Research for the manufacturing process of the F-35 fighter jet, and the F-35 fighter jet has been used in 4 different countries at least by the Zionist entity, and that is Palestine, Lebanon, Syria and Yemen.
The University of Sheffield has sort of made themselves to be like proud of the fact that they found a way to efficiently make the wings of the F-35 fighter jets in a more efficient manner, which saves arms companies money, and it means that they can make more at a quicker rate. It's not a thing that you can sort of weigh up, is it good or not? They are literally creating weapons to kill children.
There's lots of apartheid technologies as well. Like for example, the Uni of Sheffield, their like class attendance app, iSheffield, is actually a piece of Israeli spyware that has been tested on Palestinians.
It's created out of an idea, a shared idea basically, that we should not have our universities in the UK, or any university, a place that is meant for students to study within a peaceful manner, should not be creating weapons of mass destruction and such.
We have 4 main goals. The first 3 are what we developed at the start of the encampment, and that's boycott. We want our university to boycott all Israeli institutions and technologies. We want divestment. We want them to divest from these companies, like I say, that produce war in the Middle East. And accountability, and that is to create accountable processes so our universities can never be involved in any other genocide ever again. And we added a 4th one after the encampment, or during the encampment, and that's freedom, because lots of students and staff and alumni faced disciplinaries and repression from the university, and we feel like we should be able to live on campus in freedom. And another goal, maintaining the culture of Palestine, so that is another facet of genocide, is the cultural destruction of Palestinian life. So we maintain the traditions and the art of Palestine by being less presence. The main one for me is this divestment. What really affects on the ground, like life for Palestinians, is there not bombs raining? Is there not guns firing? If we can take our parts out of the genocide, that is what matters most to me.
One of the major events that we disrupted was the Education Awards. It had such a major impact that they actually stopped the award ceremony. We held the encampment. At the time, it was the longest running encampment out of all of the ones in the UK.
We have made the university show its true colours. For example, they spent $500,000 on security on us during the encampment. One of the biggest reasons universities or institutions in general don't divest from arms companies is because they're like, we'd lose all our money. We can see that this is a silly argument when they spend $500,000 on us. A member of staff was threatened with losing her job, which means she would be deported.
The possession order that was granted for the encampment, that disrupts a lot of university business, especially visitors and stuff like that could see what we were doing and calling them out. They got what most universities got, a possession order, so they basically took us to court. We couldn't actually stand up for ourselves in court because anybody who put their name forward had to be a named person. They had to be a student, which meant that they could be threatened with, like being kicked off their course. If they were a staff member, they could be threatened with being fired. The PO that was granted is 6 years, which means that nobody can do an encampment for 6 years. And they almost basically can't even protest on the university campus for 6 years, which is, it becomes sort of like police state-based stuff. Everyone should have the right to protest. They brought like a dozen police officers and bailiffs to basically come and rip all of our stuff out of the ground. They've made profiles on people who they believe are, members of the SCCP or whether they are or not.
People were bombed and killed and burnt inside their tents. Shame! Shame! And our University of Sheffield had a big part to play in that. Shame! Shame! How many more times?
Now is the time that we need people to push and organise, and the universities are not halting, the British government are not halting, Israel is not halting. We need to push for it because otherwise nobody is.
And diverse from arming genocide, and diverse from Israel. Shame! Shame! Our government is absolutely